Let me just take you through a few examples of Jack Dorsey's own time at Twitter as the CEO and founder. In 2018, he had shadow banned a series of US conservative accounts. Now, Jack Dorsey has never hidden what his ideological leanings are, and credit to him for that. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. In 2018, he was criticized for posing with, smash Brahminical patriarchy posters when he had visited India. It also showed his cluelessness and arrogance regarding one of Twitter's biggest markets. February 2019, he was summoned by an Indian parliamentary panel. October 2019, took a decision to ban all political ads on Twitter. January 2021, famously deplatformed Donald Trump from Twitter. Never something like that had ever happened before. January 2021, refused to take action against fake news over the farm stir. So this is actually another refutation of what Jack Dorsey says. He says the government clamped down hard, said we will shut down Twitter if Twitter does not remove some of this misinformation. But much of that information that the government wanted censored was never censored by Twitter, and Twitter was never shut down. So that's another black mark on what Jack Dorsey is saying. March 2021, he blocked a New York Post story about Hunter Biden. May 2021, the Delhi police visited Twitter offices over the manipulated media label on Amit Malviya's tweet. 2022, Vijaya Gadde, the legal head of Twitter who censored the New York Post article on Hunter Biden, was sacked by Elon Musk. She was also the person key responsibility taken as far as deplatforming Donald Trump was concerned. So there are many dubious and hypocritical things that have taken place under the Jack Dorsey regime. And now he seems to want to paint India as a dying democracy, a neo-Nazi state that tried to wrestle with a true blue Silicon Valley company and get it to censor stuff. But Lavanya, once again, I have disproved what Jack Dorsey said about raiding individuals of Twitter. He lied through his teeth when he said they threatened our employees and said we would raid them, which they did. It never happened. The police raided the Twitter offices, like you said. The second thing that he says about, clamping down on us and making us delete farm law tweets, those, even the ones that were suspended were brought back. And Twitter was never shut down. Twitter was never threatened with being shut down in India. So what is Jack Dorsey talking about? And why is the Congress making that seem like, oh, that's proof that democracy is dead? If anything, it proves democracy is alive. Twitter stood up for free speech of the farmers.
Shiv, he talks about the threats that were made against Twitter, wherein they said, we will shut down Twitter if you do not toe the line set to you by
But
the
they didn't toe the line, Lavanya. They did not censor those tweets. Those tweets were all brought back.
No, you just also mentioned about how the accounts were brought back, how they were reinstated. Why were the accounts suspended in the first place? That is the question. So were the accounts suspended because Jack Dorsey did toe the line?
The government said it was because of misinformation, and because it was a law and order situation at Delhi's borders, some of those tweets were being... Now, I'm not supporting this. Remember, I am a free speech absolutist, ma'am. I hate any kind of censorship. I am saying the government had its reasons for saying so. Twitter removed them but brought them back, which means Jack Dorsey is still lying.
No, Shiv, here is my argument. The government did not have any reason to suppress the protest of the farmers. They were farmers protesting for their right. There was no necessity to suppress their voice.
It was not suppressing the farmers' speech. It was suppressing certain accounts spreading misinformation.
No, they were
alleged
also...
misinformation.
Jack Dorsey says how during the farm protest, the accounts were asked to be suppressed. Now, these were accounts which were talking about the farm protest. These were not accounts calling for violence or call for action or any type of violent activities. Now, there were a lot of farm protest activities which were being posted, which were being suppressed, which were being suspended. Now, why would the government be so scared of farm protests? I mean,
because of law and order. Because of law and order.
This is the same government which...
The same reason why your government... The same reason, madam, the exact same reason, Lavanya. The same reason why the Congress government in 2012 blocked 39 YouTube videos, 16 Twitter accounts, 24 Facebook accounts. The same reason, law and order.
This is the same government which switched off the mics of the MPs while the farm bills were being
Come on,
passed
you're now jumping
forcefully
from one issue to
without
the other.
any kind, no, which
Let me,
without any
I've
debate.
just proven to
So
you
this
that
is
your
the
government
same
has also done
government.
it.
This is the same government which did not want any kind of discussion around the farm bills. They did not want a dissent. And this is not the first time. Look at their presidentship. Look at what is happening with the women wrestlers. Look at how the journalist who questions Smriti Irani was fired from her job. So there is no way you can compare Congress and BJP.
Now you're going to go through all of this, and Tom Vadakan will probably bring up emergency also. It's going to go.
We have apologized for
All
the
of these
emergency,
things.
Shiv.
All of the. No,
In the parliament.
I'm just saying. We're talking about very
Shiv,
specific. Yeah, Tom, come in. Tom, come in.
Yes, many disconnected issues are being raised here, but
Yeah.
I want to raise a specific issue. Hashtag Modi planning farmers genocide. When Twitter went on record of this, which government would stop and question this? This is a question of our sovereignty. This is a question of our governance. And if they do this kind of misinformation, they are bound to be questioned. And we did question them legitimately. Nobody was jailed. Nobody was raided. But believe me, Congress party has just found a new narrative. And they'll hang on till the cows come back. It
Okay.
can happen for 2 days, 3 days now. Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi will all jump into it. Spokesmen have disconnected views in the whole issue. They do not understand the fundamentals that you're raising, Shiv.
Okay.
What are we talking about?